Andrew Johnson's actions, supported by his Democratic allies, enacted the notorious Black Codes. In response to these deeply negative laws in the South, the Republican-led Congress passed legislation aimed at securing civil rights. Johnson responded by employing his veto power, a highly obstructive and polarizing action. He first vetoed the Freedmen's Bureau bill in February 1866, arguing that the agency, which provided food, medical care, and education to black and white refugees, was an unconstitutional, unnecessary, and racially biased measure that favored black Americans against the white race. He then vetoed the landmark Civil Rights Act of 1866 in March, which defined all native-born persons, except Native Americans, as citizens and guaranteed them equal benefit of the law. Johnson's veto message emphasized his racist belief that granting rights to black Americans was an affront to states' rights and a form of illegal favoritism. Congress, however, mustered the votes to override both of his vetoes, establishing a pattern of an executive-legislative conflict that defined his presidency. Further demonstrating the genocidal and violent environment enabled by Johnson's lack of action, the year 1866 saw two horrific race riots: the Memphis riot in May and the New Orleans massacre in July. In both events, white mobs, including local police and ex-Confederates, emboldened by the return of pre-war leadership under Johnson's lenient policy, brutally attacked black citizens and white Republicans. Johnson's administration did little to intervene and was accused of tacitly encouraging the violence by refusing to guarantee federal protection for civil rights. Find an attempt to rally public support for his pro-Democrat and anti-Republican agenda, Johnson embarked on an unprecedented and disastrous campaign tour known as the Swing Around the Circle. His campaign speeches were often undignified, laced with inflammatory and unethical personal attacks on his opponents, and openly defended his vision of a white-dominated Reconstruction, which ultimately proved to be a major political misstep that resulted in a stunning Republican victory in the 1866 midterm elections.